We all know the Roman Empire was powerful and influential, but did you realize that their accomplishments reverberate in our lives today? Remarkably, a huge number of inventions from centuries ago remain vital pieces of technology we use every day. From engineering marvels to groundbreaking advances in medicine, many of the most important innovations ever made originated with the Romans. In this video, we'll explore 10 Roman inventions whose influences are still felt around the world. It might just surprise you what they developed while ruling over a wide swath of Europe. Hey everyone, welcome back to About History, where you'll find everything you need to know about some of the most interesting and astonishing facts about historical events. If you're not already, be sure to subscribe and ring that bell when we post more amazing videos like this in the future. And here we go. Number 10, Postal Service. The Romans were some of the earliest innovators when it came to postal services. They created a system of post houses, or cursus publicus, which allowed them to quickly send messages across vast distances. The Romans were so efficient with their postal services that they could send messages over long distances within a few days, making them one of the first civilizations to effectively use a form of communication that had a widespread impact. Modern postal services still rely on the same principle of delivering mail from one point to another in an efficient manner. Number 9, Newspaper/public press. The Romans were one of the earliest civilizations to develop a form of public press, which they used to share news and information with the Roman Empire. This press was similar to modern newspapers, as it was printed on papyrus which was distributed among different cities throughout the empire. The public press allowed for quick distribution of news and information throughout the entire empire, making it an invaluable tool for Roman rulers. Today, we still utilize many aspects of the Romans' newspaper design, such as headlines, columns, and writing styles. Number 8, Elements of the modern legal system. The Romans developed one of the earliest legal systems in history, which was based on the Code of Justinian. This code established the principle that all citizens should be treated equally before the law, and it laid out a system of justice which has many similarities to modern-day legal systems. The code was used to govern both civil matters, such as contracts and property disputes, as well as criminal matters. Today's legal systems still adhere to these Roman principles and use many of the same processes for trials, appeals, punishments, and more. For example, the concept of habeas corpus, a person's right not to be unlawfully detained, was originally developed by the Romans. Number 7, Elements of surgery. The Romans were highly advanced in their understanding of medical science and had a variety of techniques for treating patients. One of the most important discoveries was the development of surgical methods, which allowed them to repair physical damage and ailments that could not be treated otherwise. This included things such as cauterizing wounds, setting broken bones, extracting foreign objects from bodies, and using sutures to bind up cuts. These same practices are still used in modern medicine today, allowing us to treat any number of ailments with traditional surgical techniques. Number 6, Julian Calendar. The Romans developed the Julian Calendar in 45 BCE to establish a standard for time measurement. This calendar was based on an earlier version of the Roman calendar, which had evolved over centuries and included leap days to make up for the difference between a solar year and a lunar year. The Julian calendar continued with this system and added an extra day every 4 years to create the leap year. This calendar is still used today in many countries, except for those that have adapted the more accurate Gregorian calendar. Number 5, Social care and welfare. The Romans were one of the first civilizations to recognize the importance of social care and welfare, creating a system of public assistance for those in need. This system allowed for subsidies for the elderly, sick, and disabled, as well as food distribution to those struggling with poverty. This legacy of providing aid to the less fortunate is still seen today in modern welfare programs in many countries around the world. Additionally, the Romans' emphasis on public health care helped to reduce mortality rates and improve quality of life through advances in medical science. By recognizing the value of social care and welfare, the Roman Empire was able to create a more equitable society that was far ahead of its time. Number 4, Roads. The Romans revolutionized transportation by constructing a vast network of roads. These roads connected the entire empire, enabling trade and communication between people in different parts of the world. Not only was the network incredibly efficient for traveling long distances, but it also acted as a political tool for the Roman Empire. The construction of these roads allowed them to maintain order throughout their provinces and efficiently send troops to quell rebellions. Today, many of these same routes are still used for communication and transportation, making them some of the oldest infrastructure in existence. Number 3, Sanitation. The Romans developed sophisticated methods for sanitation and waste management in order to maintain public health. This included things such as public latrines, sewers, aqueducts, and drainage systems. Their innovations in sanitation helped to reduce the spread of disease and improve quality of life for their citizens. Today, we still use many aspects of the Roman sanitation system, such as flush toilets and sewage treatment plants. By employing efficient methods of waste management and water resources, the Romans laid the foundations for modern hygiene standards that are still used today to keep us healthy. Number 2, cement. The Romans were the first to invent a type of concrete that could be used for building structures. This cement was made from volcanic ash and lime, and when combined with water would harden into a stone-like material. This revolutionary invention gave them the ability to construct large-scale impressive buildings such as bridges, aqueducts, roads, and walls. Today, this same technology is still in use worldwide for many architectural projects. Cement has become an integral part of construction as it provides a strong base for most buildings. Number 1, the aqueduct. The Romans were highly advanced in their engineering and designed a series of aqueducts to transport water from distant sources into cities. This allowed them to provide clean drinking water for the population, which had an enormous impact on public health and hygiene. The aqueducts were built with brick, stone, and concrete arches that could span long distances, allowing for the reliable transport of water across vast regions. The design of these aqueducts has been adopted by many countries over time and can still be seen in many parts of the world today. Furthermore, the need for public sanitation systems spurred by the use of aqueducts laid the foundation for modern waste management infrastructure that is still in use today. Finally, Roman aqueducts revolutionized how cities supplied themselves with fresh water, making it possible for much larger urban centers to develop. The Roman Empire was one of the most impressive civilizations in history. Their contributions have continued to shape the world we live in today and still remain apparent nearly 2,000 years later. From postal systems and newspapers that keep us informed to cement used in construction to roads that provide access around our cities and towns, the Romans altered civilization for centuries to come. And that's all we have for today. We hope you enjoyed this video. If so, be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and drop us a comment down below. Thanks for watching and we'll see you next time.